So week 3, we had a bit of a choke, but also a bit of injuries. I don't think we had any injuries that are going to sustain more than that week. As you can see here, these are the 2 injuries we actually entered the game with, which means Freeland next week will be back. But yeah, we had the game pretty much in control. Then we lost Rodriguez for the game. We lost some linemen for the game, and it just went downhill from there. And some bad throws just led to a loss. Of course, Bajan has played a lot better than that week 1 game, but still, we have not done enough. Rodriguez might have himself a breakout here to finish out a game and get the win. But let's take a look at the players of the week. Definitely not us, sadly, but we are playing better, obviously. Jamar Chase, player of the week, without a doubt, so that's back-to-back weeks. We have given up the player of the week on offense, and then Milano for the defense. Singletary with a really good game, and then Simmons with a really good game. But breakout scenario for Rodriguez, who did get injured. Would have had it last week. He had 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards, which I believe that's what you need going from normal to star. But before we go into that, let's take a look at our lineup real quick. See if the morale's maybe up. I know we lost, but we're playing better, and that's just not the case. As you can see, Bajent is now 2 morale lower. His accuracy is suffering for it. Really would love to see him get a throw power upgrade or 2. That is really the big issue right here with him. And then looking at the defense, a lot of morale drops here as well. Riley Moss should be feeling great. He has 2 picks on the season already, and guys like Weatherford should be feeling pretty good about themselves. But yeah, as a whole, not winning games, but we're at least showing something. I don't think most teams in this bad of a roster situation would be even close to as good as we are. And of course, we're in a primetime game against our division rivals. It is the 0-3 battle in the division. Of course, we'll take a look at this breakout running back right now, which is Mr. Chris Rodriguez Jr. Got screwed over on our last breakout with Cam Jones, lost out on so much XP. But this one, 100 yards total or 2+ touchdowns, which I think either is definitely doable. Probably a little bit easier to do the rushing touchdowns because you can just get to the goal line, run it in 3 times, and get it. But obviously, we have a short week. We have QB check-in, all that stuff. Let's do the short week, which is obviously not a good thing, coming off of a very long back-and-forth battle. But here it is. Randall Cobb's our veteran. He's the guy that we look to for team morale boosting, and he's had a really good game. Hopefully he doesn't get injured because he's usually good for like a good couple of games, and then he gets injured for most of the season. But beat the Steamers and score 4 offensive touchdowns. There was no like, hey, what do you think we should do? Should we chill out or something? It was just win the game and score 4 touchdowns, losers. But your team has struggled out of the gate so far. When he's happened, a lot of blame is usually placed on the quarterback. I mean, it's a team situation. Bajan hasn't been great, but the defense hasn't been great either. The receivers haven't gotten open. The blocking, they're missing assignments left and right. So, I mean, say what you want, but, you know, I thought it said grab your steamers, beat the shovels. I was like, hey, relocation teams, it's not easy coming up with names. Welcome to the shovels, I guess. But let's take a look at the injury report, see if the Steamers got anybody injured. Of course, Ezu Kanma is still injured for us. Where the hell are the Steamers? There they are. Thibodeau actually has a partial PCL tear, which is pretty big. 4 weeks out for a pretty damn good pass rusher. I mean, we would easily trade a first-round pick for him. He's good enough to warrant that. So put that in perspective of, you know, who they're losing here. But let's see who they have anyways. Geno Smith at quarterback, definitely a very accurate player with a decent bit of throw power. Javonte Williams, not the fastest, but very, very strong. Backup running backs are also on the slower side. Looking at the wide receiver room, A.J. Brown, who's a problem. Michael Thomas, who's very good at getting open short. Allen Robinson, another short route guy. Claypool's got some athleticism, but hasn't really put it together. And then A.T. Perry, another tall guy. A lot of height here. Greg Dulcich, the starting tight end. Backup Elijah Higgins. Don't sleep on him. Super fast. Tristan Wirfs, amazing left tackle, one of the best in the league. Quentin Nelson, amazing left guard, one of the best in the league. Center, definitely could use some work. Right guard, one of the best in the league. And McGlinchey, not a bad right tackle. That is an insane offensive line. 390-plus linemen. Brandon Graham at the left end spot. Pretty damn good power move, decent block shed. Chandler Jones is going to be filling in for the injured Thibodeau, I would imagine. Very good power move, iffy block shed. Aleem McNeil, high potential youngster with Tim Settle as the backup. Left out, Jalen Phillips, pretty good finesse block, move guy. Devondre Campbell, pretty athletic middle linebacker. Number 2 is okay. Nick Herbig is actually going to be the true replacement, apparently. Greg Newsome, very good cornerback with very high ceiling. Patrick Peterson, he's a good one-year guy. Elam, decently high ceiling with some speed. Free safety, really good safety there. And then strong safety, could use some work. For the weekly strategy, which there's not much strategy to be had as the game's already upon us 4 days later. But pass yards, they're pretty good. Rush yards, they're middle of the pack. Turnovers, 4 turnovers, 24th. Is that good or bad? 4 turnovers. Yeah, that seems kind of high, actually. And their points per game very low, though, which tells me that they're a slow team, right? It says defend the pass, which they seem to be very accurate, but I'm going to go with short defense. Also, kind of keep people near this line of scrimmage, stop the run. And speaking of the run, they are not good at the stop of the run, which is a great time for us with Rodriguez. Of course, these are going to be the focus players yet again. 2 upgrades to use before we head on in. Power blocking's kind of iffy. I think pass blocking, if we're going to have guys that are not very good, we want them to be good at one thing, and that is mainly pass block, but in general, that is the thing he's the best at. So keep it going and try to get that pass block all the way up to 70 across the board if we can. I mean, he's got some potential, but he's obviously still very raw. And then Rodriguez, the guy that we are, in a breakout game for. Will say he's probably better as a power back, but for the juke move is nice. I kind of feel like he's good at both. Really, he's got drops, passes, trade. Who gives a damn? But I feel like he's more of an elusive. I don't know. I think he's good at both. Like I said, I think he's really good at outrunning people, even though he doesn't have that much speed and like creating space. But he's also really good at power moves. Just running people over. So I don't know. I think if we can get this breakout, maybe we do turn him into like a do-it-all back. Except for maybe receiving. That might be one thing he never does well. And here we are for prime time in Alaska. I really do wonder if there's going to be a lot of snow here or not, because, we didn't build the dome. We're broke as hell. We couldn't afford the dome. The stadium cost would have been so much more if we would have tried to build the dome. Who would have thought that twice the stadium needing to be built, pretty much? The whole second half, the lid, would cost a lot of money. But, hey, the fans, I mean, they've embraced the weather, right? They're used to this weather, so they don't mind it. And obviously, it's going to be a crazy experience if we see a bunch of blizzards for our games, and it'll be the ultimate home field advantage. And of course, here we are in this division rivalry matchup against the also winless Steamers. We've shown a lot of potential. I haven't really seen their overall record, but we've shown a lot of potential to be able to win a game. We just have to actually finish strong and do the thing. Instead of just talking about it, we actually have to do it. Of course, kicking the ball off first, which is our favorite thing to do. Let's get this one underway and hopefully find ourselves in the winner circle against a division rival on top of it, which would be great. Let's take a look at those Geno Smith numbers. Obviously, he has some pretty good ratings. We've seen they're, not the best when it comes to turnovers. Neither are we, in fairness, so, you can point right back at us. But 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 700 yards. Seems to be kind of the average as of right now, which obviously I don't think Geno and company want to be known as average. Malone off the edge. Move everyone in, maybe. Get over to the running back. He is fast. We're out there, but... And he ran out there quick. 4 yards, that's all right. It's hard to cover a running back in space. Don't know if Javonte is really the best receiving back anyways, but we limited him, and I will say this offensive line worries me. I don't know if we're going to have any pressure. Geno might break a record today. Like, there's basically nothing going on that side of the field. Like, we might as well just be like, hey, screw it. You guys win. Yeah, right over the middle. I mean... Also helps when you don't even need to block long because the receivers just got nobody on them. But yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it, but we've been on a bit of a streak. Try to get those 200 likes each video, and, the next... I can't get in there. Cut back, can't follow through with Ford. There he goes! But Weatherford, the hustle isn't going to be enough. It is to the 2. Another diving tackle, saving a touchdown. Had one against Jamar Chase last week. Weatherford with the hustle, but yeah. 200 likes and we'll do another episode tomorrow. Look at him slipping off of every tackle. I don't know where the hell Moss is going. Weatherford with an insane diving tackle, barely catching the ankle. What a play. Let's see if we can make that effort count by stopping him here at the 2-yard line. It's going to be a tough challenge, but doable. And it's not. In first try, Javonte finishes what he started. We actually got a push, but it was sloppy and nobody finished the play there, and the Steamers drive down the field with ease. Really no resistance at all, scoring their first drive. And yeah, I mean, good tries blasted last second on the block. We had guys jumping in there and just nobody grabbed him. I suppose if there's any consolation, it was a quick drive. Obviously, every win, every loss doesn't matter as long as we're getting better as a team, and there's really not much better of a time to get better than when you have a breakout scenario. Of course, not a great return at all, but let's take a look at Bajan's numbers, who have definitely improved. You know, week 1, he had like, what, just barely over 100 yards, 3 interceptions, and now, you know, not much worse than Geno Smith's numbers. All right, super heavy run formation. And we're going to try to bounce this outside. This little stiff arm gets about 3. 97 yards to go. Rodriguez, though, injured last week. Thankfully, not a long-term injury. 99 yards on the ground, but over 100 total with 2 touchdowns, which, once again, if we are to get those numbers today, would get him to star dev and some potential big XP. Rodriguez gets about 5 on that. Run game's doing okay. Inside zone for Rodriguez. We'll go with the audible here. And Rodriguez open enough. Got to hold on, though. And drops open pass trade. Looks pretty good there. Catches a tough one for the first down. Now running with someone else. Tyler Beatty. He's had himself a couple of decent games as well. And could not get past it. The linebacker was running. We had to run away from him. And then Lawson breaks off of his play and makes this only gain 3. It could have been a lot more than that. Now we have the wide receiver potentially running here, and we're going to get out there. Bell fighting forward for almost the first down. Nice little play. About 7 yards. Now going with the read option. Could be a handoff to Beatty inside. Got a lot of linebackers up, though, which I worry about. Read option, doesn't see it, and Bajent, another ugly slide, gets 8, though. Very, very short offense. But hey, first down's a first down. And here goes a lot of room, but the freaking wide receiver, Randall Cobb, misses. Sick truck, but unfortunately, we would have had so many more yards if he actually blocked his man. Completely missed. Try to go to the second level for whatever reason. And a huge opportunity blown, but you know what? It's a first down after the fact anyways. Quarter of the way to those yards. Run game working pretty nicely. They are a pretty bad run defense, it said. And I got to be honest with you. Great catch. Pretty predetermined. Way off him. Out at the snap. The cornerback didn't jump it. That was free. Just like subscribing is free. Promise you'll like it here. You're like, I mean, I was going to. And then that self-promo and took it away. 4 yards gain for Rodriguez. Pretty easy time so far on the ground. Trying to mix it up. I don't want to just, you know, continue to run the ball and then we get stuck and then we don't know how to bounce out of it. And some pretty good blocks on the ground again. Gained about 8, maybe 9. This might not be the best time to run a screen pass because, you know, you're kind of looking in the backfield on 2nd and 1. But they are not on this one, and the screen pass is going to be there. Try to spin, it works. Beatty getting it to the 11. Once again, the offensive lineman just not getting their assignments right. Rodriguez with the fullback, you know, lead. This could be a broken play. And we actually found some room, and Rodriguez gets about 6. The longest drive in the world. Trying to finish out with a touchdown, and Rodriguez gets it to the 1. Might actually change this to a stretch play because they would probably expect it straight up the middle. And Rodriguez is short. Gonna hurry up to the line again. This time go back to the dive. There's no way we don't get in here on one of these. And they're gonna deny us again. Crack toss. I mean, I don't know if I believe this. Let's go to it. And of course, just nobody covers them. 7 yards lost. And a field goal. The legendary stand, I guess. Wasted opportunity. All that time to get 3 yards. And now they're going to start running the ball. Already the second quarter. That was a pretty nice drive. And we just didn't finish out with a score. Goal line's tough. Very similar stat line. They have the lead, though. Mid-blitz. I know they've been running the ball well, but it does feel like pastime. Maybe not. Out there with the safety and just caught. Can we get over there, please? Huge run again for Javonte. He's all the way to the 28-yard line. Over 100 yards on the ground already. Pancakes left and right. This offensive line as advertised, is cooking. Get across the middle. Underneath is wide open. Perfect throw while kind of moving. First down, no pressure. I don't want to be so pessimistic, but, you know, the way this offensive line's playing for them, it does not look great unless we make something happen in a turnover, and that could be a touchdown again. He's going to be in for the score. Unbelievable. This offensive line is killing us. Javonte with a great cutback, but in general, just, I mean, they're sealing off with limited numbers. They're doing the jobs of like 2 men each. They are going to Booth review this, and I do think that his booty cheeks were down early. The old cheek down treatment. And I can't really tell in full speed, but let's see with a slow motion replay of a terrible angle that does nothing for me. Is that supposed to help me? I mean, if that's the angle they're looking at, I think that's going to be upheld. But, yeah, I think, yeah, to the 1 yard line was the right call. Didn't seem to matter last time, though, so we'll see what happens this time. Last time we got no push. And we're out there. We're out there. How to get a piece of him. He loses 3. The edge was terrible, to be honest, and Weatherford saved the day. Go Jones. Could be a pass. And teamwork is going to get him back to the 2. Cam Jones injured, sadly. These injuries, man, they've been tough this season. Not the only teams feeling them, but I feel like we have our best players injured all the time. And went with the run commit, as it really feels like you need a lot of bodies in there. Easy audible for them. Touchdown. At least we somewhat slowed them down. 14-3. Really need a touchdown, as our defense is not stopping them one bit. Stretch to the right. I mean, we wasted about 8 minutes on that first drive, so we do it again, but actually score with a touchdown this time. I would have loved to see a stiff arm work there. Apparently only 2 yards on that play. You know, we'd be in a really good spot, wasting all that clock. Bell on the streak. Why do I feel like he's going to do nothing? Nobody's going to do anything, and we're just going to get sacked. We had 2 guys on that right side that were still at the line of scrimmage being pressed. Look at this. You would have thought it was a run play. Press man is ruthless. I'm not sure what quarterback can succeed in a situation like that, but definitely ain't our quarterback. Might have no choice but to force it, and, I mean, if that ball's in range, that's picked. It's going to be a punt. Nothing worked on that drive. Wow. And then I kind of whiffed the punt because the power is so slow. I don't know why the bar is so slow in this one. Well, there we are from the 45-yard line. Was going to run the blitz, but I'm going to actually change it. And we're in there. A little bit of rush. Finally kind of got him off his spot. First incompletion of the game. Unbelievable. We need somebody to do something. Jones is back in at least. Wasn't like a serious injury. Picked off! Terrible throw! And that is not going to be pick 6. Damn, Hayes. The man who has a kick return touchdown and almost another one just has no speed to finish the play. But that's still incredible. Huge. Underthrown by Gino and intercepted. And Rodriguez trying to turn something from nothing. Gets a yard. Beatty on the outside. Want Kuntz straight up because they're kind of protecting the outside. Yep. There we go. Hold on. Nice. Touchdown, Bisons. We're on the board, baby. Wow, his head looks tiny. There we go. On the board with a touchdown. Huge. I'm just glad he didn't overthrow it. That's all I wanted to say. Jones running in. Trying to cut in there. Ooh. Behind him, Nick Jones, speaking of. Pick in the preseason, could have had one. Geno Smith feeling it a little bit, and for some reason they're just throwing the ball. Run game has been insanely good for him. Got a decent push. And that's another terrible decision! Hayes, pick number 2! Geno Smith is selling! What is he doing? Back to back for Hayes. It's a hell of a play to jump that with the dive as well. Cross body, fading backwards. 2 receivers in the same spot. Just a disaster across the board for the Steamers. And giving us a chance to go up for the first time this game. Inside handoff to Beatty. who has a ton of room. Tries to cut it back inside. Does, all the way down to the 7. 3 for 31. Rodriguez is in stretch play. They're kind of on this, but might be able to find some room inside. And Rodriguez finishes the play with a nice slip-off touchdown. 1 of 2, and we have the lead. Really wasn't a clean look for the touchdown, but he slipped off and does the job himself. Good enough blocks, but I mean, they had 2 guys right on him, and he just slips past anyways. Beautiful play. Geno Smith now officially having a worse season than Bajent. And there goes that run game that they somehow, for some reason, abandoned. 8 for 130 with a touchdown. Somehow back-to-back interceptions had happened with a run game that lethal. And we're keeping a lot of linebackers in because of it. Oh my lord, Riley Moss has been insane. Imagine he ever gets to Superstar and gets Acrobat. He could be ridiculous. He already makes those acrobatic, athletic plays on his own. If he actually had the ability to go with it, he'd be unstoppable. Nice move. Can't get there, and picked up on the other side. Wooden. Geno Smith is in hell. We're running mid, but we are keeping it deep. Deep enough. We're just not pressing. Oh, and he gets the leverage inside. I think you give someone time to throw and, bad things happen. That's why we went with the blitz. Still forced it in there quick and got him. Geno made up for it a little bit. And we're out there. Orgy didn't finish him, but it was the first to grab him and stop him enough for the team to help. It's a pretty damn good play. 3 minutes in the second. Depending on how this plays out, we could get another chance ourselves. We're going for it. Weatherford. Nice. Gets him out of bounds. Gains 5, but it's still going to be 3rd down. All right. Griffin, I think we have the running back. Not going to get out there. Hayes. 2 interceptions today. Could have knocked that ball out, but Allen Robinson's going to hold on for the 1st down. Going to be bringing a blitz here. Jones will probably pull off, though. Oh, in behind, and we blasted him. Good teamwork. Knocked it out. You love to see it. Blitz from Hayes. Trying to lock up player of the week. Oh, Lord, yep. 1-on-1. Our guy is so slow. Where is Griffin going? All the way to the 9. 2-minute warning. Consolation prize. We will be getting the ball again before half. But unbelievable, these angles. And out there, but not enough. What did I just witness? Weatherford the pretzel. That was wild. Touchdown Higgins. We talked about it. Don't sleep on that dude. He is fast. Made a play there with just pure speed. Geno on the money. Big bounce back drive for them. Can we see this back? Pretzel. That looks insanely painful. Look at his ankle even. Tucker kicking it off. 1 minute left in the second. With 55 seconds added on to that. Can't really get much more going there. Hayes gets a kick return touchdown. It would be the cream of the crop game. Of course, Rodriguez has the touchdown, but yardage, we're kind of falling behind a little bit on the number we need to hit, which is 100 plus. Could go with this wheel route with him as well. Let's see what we got. Kind of wanted Cobb. Good blocking. Slow down, Rodriguez. Why does he go for it all? Why? I wanted him to come back to that ball. He's so open, he just runs even further upfield. That is a huge play blown because he wants to keep going upfield for some reason. RPO. Booty gains about 7 or 8. We go back to it, but just hand it off straight up because we just need a few yards. And I overthought it a little bit, but Rodriguez makes it count. Call timeout. I still can't believe Rodriguez blew that play. A lot of yards for him, and the team gets down the field. With his ability after the catch, speaking of, Beatty getting some blocks, gets around him, goes out of bounds. Beautiful play for everyone involved. You never know. He could have broken that for the touchdown anyways. A bunch of different names in here. Getting out of bounds there was big. Save that timeout. Why not? Oh, he's actually open. Speaking of, Rodriguez. Huge play all the way to the 11. Now the clock is like, okay, do we really need to worry about it? doubling our passing yards on the game just in this drive alone. Being more aggressive definitely seems to be our strong suit. That is a late throw across. Great job by the safety. Michael Jordan is now injured. That is not good to lose the GOAT. I'm looking at Kuntz here. I think that's my main man. And we're in trouble. Throw it right to the back of the guard. Center, actually. I mean, we knew that there was likely going to be, you know, a rush there, but I didn't expect it to get in that easily. Zig, I think the guy's on it, and he is, but the catch is made. Are they calling a timeout? Field goal is big, but so would getting a touchdown here be. Cobb drops the ball. No way. How does Cobb drop that? That is unexcusable. Or inexcusable. They're at the 2, but that is... That, I can't believe he dropped that. That's one of the worst drops ever. Gotta love it. Left the tight end wide open on the outside. Great finish. Good help. I mean, I'm going to call a timeout just to try and force them into a mistake. At the same time, without safety help, might be a mistake its own to give them this chance. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. You've got to be kidding. We're this bad? We're actually this bad. Nice. That is unbelievable. I get their offensive line's insane. But that was just too easy. That was just way too easy. It should never be that easy. And Hayes, man, I don't understand how he's so slow. I'm pretty sure he's 91 speed, no? Well, with 3 seconds left, might as well try to cheese another run with Rodriguez, perhaps. Is it more on that other side? I can't really tell. I'm going left anyways. Good balance for 2. Down 11 with ball. We're in a much better situation, but they definitely climbed back, and maybe it was a dumb decision to call a timeout, but, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how we're that bad on the run defense. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Games around the league, though, they're all yet to be shown because we are the Thursday night games. So not really much to see when it comes to the games, quote-unquote, happening at the same time as ours. But we will see a couple of the highlight plays in a moment, which... probably going to be mainly theirs. A lot of our highlight plays are really their mistakes more than anything. And here those players are. Look at the blocks. I mean, just perfect. Look at the blocks. I mean, we ran a crazy blitz, and it just... that was so free. That was so free. All you had to do is run a straight line. Javonte has the best job in the world. Over 200 yards, I imagine, at halftime. Going for an NFL record here. And to the outside, to the backup tight end. We had a couple of plays, though. Could we not show something? Well, defend the run inside, attack the run inside. Only 11-point deficit, though, so it's not over by any means. And Hayes could have one of those coveted kick returns that he always does that could go the distance. Or barely past the 20. Rodriguez probably very close to that 100 yards he needs, though, as he had a pretty big receiving play earlier on. Probably needs 20 to 30 yards at most, which, unless he gets injured, knock on wood, should be in a good spot to do. Can't get out there. It gets nothing. You got a lot of players down here. I can't really run the ball. Underneath. Randall Cobb held on. Holy crap. Get the camera. Get the camera. We're going to run the dive to the right. And we bounce it left. Good spin move. Gains about 7 on the play. First down. Getting into it with Graham for good measure. Underneath. Cobb open again. Turns it into about 8. Nice stiff arm. Read option. They are once again trying to stop the run. Going to hand this off guaranteed. And nice power. Gains about 5 on it. First down screen pass. 5 down lineman. This could be a big play if they don't actually see it coming. Which they don't, but we barely get that ball out. And there goes Rodriguez getting enough for the first down. Good play. Got to give it up to Bajent, though, for him to somehow get that ball off. Had to wait till the very last moment, and there was a guy right on him. And Rodriguez taking a punishment. Gains 4, though. I mean, this drive means a lot, so we really need this drive to finish in a score of some sort. And there's nobody on Rodriguez. That could have maybe been a touchdown. That might have been a touchdown. And instead the throw is so bad on a wide open player. Cobb, big play. Cobb down to the 19. I can't believe he missed that throw to Rodriguez. That thing was so free. Let's go with the slant from Boutiques. They're kind of on the outsides there anyways. And Boutique, wide open, slips pass. Down to the 1, hurry up to the line. See if we can punch this in for the guaranteed scenario for Rodriguez. And we can. Star Dev. And a one-possession game. But how one possession? Do we know? Let's go for it. Looks like zone coverage. Cobb probably not going to get anything on the zig. Might be the slant. And it's a terrible throw. Oof. Pressure was there, but that ball needs to get there. Read that perfectly. They covered the zig, but they left the slant. Come with the back with the blitz. Just really not much more I think we can do to stop this run at this point. Could be picked. How does he hold on? Inches away from interception. Double team hit and holds on regardless. That is tragic. Trying to get in there, can't. He's going to break off the tackle. The DT comes in and helps, though. First down, Javante, 231 yards. Literally the greatest running game of all time, just based on attempts to yardage ratio. Oh, good freaking turnaround. And we knocked it out, punched the ball. Weatherford is strong. I'm going to say, though, Gino's been really bad this game. We got to win this game. This is a winnable match. I just left it. I don't know why I'm trying to do that pre-snap. Trying to go for the baits by leaving the spot and then running into the zone, and caught me off guard with an early hike. Now I'm blitzing. 1st and 10. Not a whole lot to lose. Blasted. There we go. Good Jones with a great tackle. Finally got him behind the line of scrimmage. Kind of overloading that side, but we're probably going to pull Weatherford off. 1-on-1 tackle. Oh, at least he gets help, though. It's all right. He only gains a yard. It was a good effort tackle. 1-on-1 like that is really tough. Slowed him down a lot. Good job in the coverage. We've done the whole blitz thing on 3rd down. Hasn't really worked out. Any QB contained just in case he tries to break free. And they're going to call PI. Not that it matters. He's wide open anyways. And I just left him. Well, forget PI. Touchdown. That is unfortunate. Make the mistake? Nope. Touchdown, Steamers. Try to get that block. It'd be huge, actually. Not going to get it. Down by 12. Making really bad plays in the user game, though. I just feel like I got to go low with the hit to bring them down. Otherwise, it's going to be a slip-off. But what's even worse than a slip-off is just letting them run by you. And Hayes, I got to say, he's looking really slow today. I know he has 2 interceptions, but he's just looking too slow for the returns. Interception or kick. Don't matter. Name the return. Inside. There goes Boutique. Nice stiff arm. I thought he was going to bounce that one too. Like I said, he was pretty good after the catch in practice. Kind of seeing that one right now. Counterplay. I mean, they don't have that good of a line, but let's see. And it works out. Rodriguez burying him, or tried to. Got some help on the end of it. 9 yards gain. Play action left to right. It is a long developing one, so we'll see if we even have the time to get this ball off. Kuntz literally waited so long. So we knew that it was a clean handoff. Clean throw there, and he just missed it anyways. Lovely. And try to cut that back right for the big play, but first down's a first down. Gonna go with the play action. Maybe Kuntz. Guy's usually open, his throws aren't usually there. What a throw across his body. Bell trying to cut it back, couldn't. Wanted to set the feed, and they just didn't give it to me. And I was like, okay, screw it. We're just throwing it. Of course, the margin for error there was like large as hell. If he misses that, that's just bum city. Which we, of course, know that he is a resident there. And that ball is a pretty good throw. Just a really good coverage play by the DB. Newsom's not really the guy that's going to be beat on those too often. Let's see if we can trick him out with this play action. Nice. A little behind him, but the yard after the catch, master. Whiteheart, first down. Good play. I mean, is Kuntz not like impossibly out-leveraging? Well, I mean, GG. If that's somehow intercepted, that's a GG. That is a GG. I don't know how the hell that just got picked. It's not a great throw by any means, but I have no idea how Kuntz isn't getting this ball. He's 6'7", and he stops. Would love for that to be a mistake on that kneel down as well. He kind of gave himself up. What felt like at the 1 yard line. That could be picked. You have to catch that. You have to catch that, Jones. Gino has been far from perfect in this game. We need to catch that. When there's an opportunity knocking like that, we have to catch that. Jones! Somebody come up. Weatherford ain't going to mess around. Damn, son. I thought he was going to break that free. Got a chance. Just need to get off the field. And they will hike it. No! Our guy fell down. Michael Griffin II fell down. We obviously got beat as well. I thought there was going to be something over the middle. I saw him running because the blitz was on, and Gino makes just a good enough play to continue the drive. I mean, quick throw, wide open, kind of set it up as like a pick play. And we've been dialing up a couple of blitzes with the DBs off the edge that have actually, gotten there. It's just we haven't been able to finish the play out. Wide open down the sideline. Javante trying to get 300. Likely will, too, to be honest. Run come in here. It's 1st and 10. And play action. Takes like the most shallow route ever. 4 yards gain on a run commit. Passing the ball. This could be a touchdown if this is not a throw, but we're running mid to try and stop a potential throw here. And great tackle. Smoke Monday. Tackle for a loss. I mean, this is like the time to do it. Stop him from getting any sort of points here. Come on, somebody make a play, please. Screen pass. We're out here, one-on-one tackle, and we get it. Weatherford, the hero, forcing a punt. Down 12 with 8 minutes left and 3 timeouts. It's doable, at least. Bingo cross. Kind of wish it was Beatty on this. Beatty's definitely the better receiving back. Just gets open more. And thankfully that ball was bad. I wanted more. I wanted more because I've seen so many options. But unfortunately it was, I mean, hell, we're lucky we just didn't throw a pick. They're backed off pretty hard. I'd like to see a run of like 7 on this. And, I mean, Rodriguez created the 7. Somehow the blocking did not. I mean, the linebacker's really not going to be much of a help as long as we just win our matchups across the board here. Which we do. Second level! Beatty! Damn near the 50-yard line. 4 for 58. He's had some really good lanes. We're doing all right here. 6 minutes left. Just take our time. We need to stop more than the actual clock here. That's a really early throw, and that's going to be picked off. I don't know why I thought that was open. Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess I thought that the corner would have followed all the way upfield with the wide receiver, but you can see he's never following there, and I just kind of get tunnel vision. If I actually wait and go to that wide receiver, might have actually had him on the face catch. And that's a free rush. We picked up the blocker. Loss of 8. Weatherford, good play. Still anyone's game. We just got to stop selling. Please stop selling. Deep over the middle. Now he's going to take the little dump off. Can't help with the play. Doesn't need it because he's Weatherford. 7 yards gained. Going to be bringing a rush. Hayes. Oh, crap. I'm stuck. We get over there with Ika, though. What a play with Ika, the big fella. That'll be another stop. Offense getting opportunities here. Just need to score something. That something is a touchdown. Field goal. The math ain't mathin'. Cobb on the return. Okay, spin move, but right into a hit. It has not been a great game passing, I will tell you that much. He picks it up perfectly, too. Great catch by Kuntz, but I don't know if that was a good thing or not. I mean, they do be locking up, let me tell you. This looks good. I mean, the coverage is insane. Devondre is just picking up every single play like a god. I just can't find anything. I'm going to try to run the ball here, see if maybe we can throw that over to Boutte if it's there. It's there, but the receivers to block aren't. I mean, obviously you have to go for it. All right, let's see what we got. Need 7 yards. Running back's open. Hits the throw. Cuts upfield. Great job by Beatty. Throw needed to be pretty damn close, too, because you didn't really have much room for error. You need to run upfield after the catch. He's on the screen. Good block off that edge, and Beatty will get out of bounds. Late hit. I would have fell down and been like, ow, my back. Booty. Kuntz deep, maybe, on the wheel. And great catch by Cobb, one-handed. Can't get out of bounds, though. It's not even a bad throw. It's just Cobb did not run a great route there at all. Come on. There's Cobb, speaking of. And how does he not catch that? Where's that freaking crowd energy? I want to see somebody booing. That's free. It's free yardage, man. And I had the slant overthrown. 4th and 5. Pretty much have to have it. Little Jordan Humphrey, the slow man, is in. Rodriguez, please! Nice. That drops open pass trade. Would have been terrible to come in handy there. Come in handy for the defense, at least. Drive continues. Wide open Cobb. Misses him. Oh, my God. Please. If it's not the quarterback, it's the receiver. It's not the receiver, it's the quarterback. Why can't someone just stop selling? Like, as a team, can we, as a whole, stop selling? If you don't mind. I'm going to slant, because if nobody's on Beatty, maybe. We're going to run with Bajent. Yards are yards. Clock's a problem, but, I mean, at this point, just getting the score may be too tough. Going around, it's like they knew. Got time. Hit that. Kuntz. If that would have been picked off, I would have been so angry. One, the ball gets away from us, but more importantly than that, 6'7", he barely jumps. Like, get up there. That's a tough throw. Dropped. I think that was a smart call. Maybe you had little Jordan Humphrey for 5 or 6 yards, but does 5 or 6 yards really do much for you? I'm going to set this up. Once again, clock's a problem, but just even getting this score is proving to be very challenging. Like, so challenging. Booty. I kind of want to run it again, but I'm not going to. Kuntz. And he misses the throw. GG. Good job, Bajent. We love you, Bajent. Good throws today, Bajent. Really good work. Totally didn't sell us today. He was so bad today. It's unbelievable. And then what are these angles? NFL record, Javonte Williams. Wow, what a run by Riley. Good try. I don't know why on a run commit, like we're just not trying to like go there. Like, why is that angle so bad by who's this? Michael Griffin? What is this angle, dude? It probably doesn't matter because he gets smoked by the guard anyways, but like Weatherford at least dives in there. Like, Griffin just goes to no man's land. He does nothing. I think with these last 2 weeks, I think Griffin might have gotten himself benched. Well, consolation drive, maybe. I don't freaking know. Zone coverage, maybe Bell burns him. Nope. And at this point, why wouldn't you run the spy? Devondre Campbell deserves Player of the Week. I know Hayes has 2 picks, but Devondre has, like, single-handedly stopped our offense. He's been ridiculous. Kuntz, another overthrow, but holds on with a really good possession. Some pretty iffy throws in this one. Both sides, really. That's a lot to ask for, but that's a dot. Dropped, unfortunately. I don't think the reads have really been too bad. I just think the throws were just... There's too many misses in this game. That is really good by their DB. We just need new receivers badly. And overthrown for the pick. What a diving pick, in fairness. That would be the game. GG to the Steamers. They're we're the only winless team now in the division. We had a chance, and we just turned the ball over too much. We overthrew the ball on, makeable first down opportunities and catches, and just blew it. We had all the chances in the world, and we lost the game rather than they won. There's really not much more to it. Looking at their quarterback situation, I mean, Gino was pretty bad in that game too, and he had no reason to be, whereas Bajan, he had a lot of pressure, and the routes weren't great, but he also missed big time when we needed him not to. Javonte Williams, 306 yards with 3 touchdowns. Nice. Nice. Rodriguez, of course, almost to the 100 rushing on his own, but he had the two rushing touchdowns regardless, had the 45 yards to go as well. Running backs are biggest weapons in the pass game. Who would have thought? And defense had a couple of sacks, but mainly pressure off the blitzes. And yet another loss, 0-4 to start this season out. But let's see if they actually want to give us the correct stat line this time and allow us to get some XP. How about that game from Chris Rodriguez? I've always thought of him as a serviceable backup, even back in his college days, but if we develop him properly, I think he could be a special player. Star dev and 20,000 XP. That's what Cam Jones should have had, but the game said, no, no, no. I don't even know what's the point of even checking these because we failed both of them. This is probably just morale loss, if anything. Randall Cobb with that really crazy 4-touchdown game and then just hasn't been great ever since. A lot of mistakes. QB check-in. Need to say anything about that game? Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it either. And then one new injury who was our lineman, I think Michael Jordan probably. No, it was John Michael Schmitz with broken ribs. Interesting. Wide receivers are all over the place right now, so I don't know if Azukanma coming back helps, but of course we have that bye week, so he comes back during the bye week, which in real life is great. You get that extra week to rest him, but for us it's 1 second away from, one game too late for that return. And they also automatically signed Peters for us because our O-line is in shambles. Where is Rodriguez's upgrades, though? There we go. 6 upgrades. Obviously, we're going to, mix it up a little bit. We'll see if, elusive back is cooking. I'm not going to stop the cook. The cook continues, right? 2 spin, 1 excel. That's a really good upgrade. We like to see that. Then this upgrade. 2 juke move, 1 spin. That's a really good upgrade. Now a 70 overall. 2 to spin, 1 juke move. That's a really good upgrade. This upgrade sucks. We'll go to trucking. Change of direction plus 2. That's a pretty good upgrade too. That is not bad by any means. I think the problem is we need athleticism upgrades more than anything. And we get one with a speed. And you get those mainly off of elusive. That's why I want to keep going with it. 2 to spin, 1 to juke. He is now very much so a lot better than he was before. That is 35 upgrade points in 1 week. 9 juke move, 10 spin move, 2 break tackle, 1 to speed, 1 to ball carrier vision, 1 to carrying, 4 to change of direction, 6 to awareness, and 1 to acceleration, and a star development trait. Don't know if he needs a contract, but if he does, we will be paying it like right now, as he could be the future of the running back position. Huge gains at that spot, obviously. Definitely a lot more question marks across the board, but 2 dev-ups completed out of 4 weeks is far from the worst I've ever seen. Speaking of negotiations, though, who do we have? Ricks, don't feel like I've even seen him play. Malone's our best guy, whether we want to admit it or not. Orgy, I do like. Who doesn't love a good orgy? Azukama, I don't know. Hayes, he's our kick returner right now. We could probably do better, but I don't know if we can do better immediately. So I'd say a lot of these guys are actually going to get contracts, especially since they're so cheap. But anyways, that's going to be it. Sadly 0-4, but the division doesn't seem to be the strongest one. I know the Orbits are decent. They might be 3-1, but there's still a chance to turn it around. But the Desperados are next on the schedule. We have to go over to them and play on the road. Thought we were really building something, and then this was a big setback. A lot of mistakes, a lot of bad throws, and just more bad defense on top of it. More choking, really, because we made a little bit of a comeback early and then just did nothing with the ball for the rest of the game, basically. Moved up and down the field, just couldn't score. A lot of turnovers, like we said, and 4th down, failed conversions on catchable, throwable, good passes. Both sides. Bad throws when the guy's open, bad catches when the ball's there. But that's about it. If you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I really do appreciate continued support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PK plays for non-Madden content. And that is about it. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video,